Welcome to the Bellatini Art Studio. Today we are going to do story time along with a color along. I am working in Worlds Within Worlds. We found this picture of a moon. Sarah asked me to color this, and I was very intimidated, mainly by the background. So I decided to use acrylic paint, which I've never done, and oops, I forgot to record a ton of footage, so I'm so sorry, but let's get started. In the quiet of the night, when the stars themselves seemed to be holding their breath, a mystical forest stood bathed in silver moonlight. The trees were ancient, their trunks twisted and their branches stretching towards the heavens, woven with the soft whispers of time. The leaves shimmered in a soft, gentle breeze, each one a secret waiting to be unraveled. The forest had always been a place of enchantment, where magic danced in the air, unseen but felt by those who wandered its paths. Tonight, however, was different. Tonight the moon was not simply a pale reflection of the sun. It was alive, pulsating with an energy that seemed to breathe with the forest itself. A glowing haze hung in the air, on an ethereal mist that made everything feel dreamlike, as if every fabric of reality had become soft and malleable. From the heart of the forest, a song began. It was a song of the birds. Though no one had ever heard it before, they emerged from the shadows. Small, radiant creatures, their feathers sparkling like stardust. Their eyes glowed with an inner light, and their wings were as delicate as whispers, yet as strong as the winds that shaped the clouds. With a single unspoken agreement, they took to the air. Their flight was graceful and mesmerizing, like a dance choreographed by the moon herself. The birds spiraled upwards, their wings beating in the unison as they soared higher and higher, until they reached the canopy above the forest. And then, without hesitation, they ascended even further, breaking through the veil of the trees and into the open sky. But it was no ordinary night. The sky was on fire. Above them, the heavens were a canvas of swirling reds, oranges, and golds. Flames of light streaked across the dark, expansive, the sky itself alive with a fierce and beautiful brilliance. The moon, now radiant, beacon of silver, seemed to pulse in a time with the fire that had raged in the sky. The birds flew through the fiery sky, weaving between the trails of light as if they were dancing through a dream made real. The fire was not destructive, though. It was a fire of creation, a fire that birthed stars and galaxies with every flicker. It filled the air with energy, with possibility, and as the birds flew through it, their wings absorbed that energy, glowing brighter with each beat. Their feathers shimmered with color of the sky, and their song became louder, and the melody that echoed through the heavens mingling with the fire-crackling whispers. The moon watched them, its a pale light reflecting the flames below. It was as if the moon itself was guiding them, its glow a steady hand in the midst of the chaotic beauty of the burning sky. And as the birds flew higher still, they reached the surface of the moon. But this moon was not like the one known by humans. It was soft, its surface covered in moss and crystal, a forest of its own. Trees with silvery leaves grew here, with branches heavy with glowing fruit. The ground beneath their feet was soft and springy, as if walking upon clouds. The birds landed, their wings folding neatly against their sides, their glowing form casting soft shadows on the ground. They began to sing again. this time a song of peace, of rest, and of quiet joy found in the simplest of moments. Their voices were harmonies that filled the moon with the warmth of contrasting from the fiery sky above. The light from the moon bathed birds in its gentle glow, their feathers now flickering like lights themselves, a reflection of sky's fiery dance. In the distance, the fire's storm in the sky began to settle, its flames dying down to embers, leaving behind a sky streaked with soft pinks and purples of twilight. The birds, their wings still glowing with energy of the journey, began to rest, their song fading into the soft hum of the night. But the forest, the moon, and the birds were not alone. The trees of the forest whispered, their ancient voices mingling with the bird's song. The moon itself seemed to smile, casting its silvery light over the land below. And though the sky had cooled, the magic lingered still crackling in the air, waiting for the next story to unfold. And so, in that moment, on the moon, in the forest beneath the fire-lit sky, the birds flew, they sang, and they dreamed, carrying with them the magic of world unseen, where the impossible was as natural as the wind and the stars. Storytime was so much fun. Thank you so much for listening. I had a great time trying that out. I do appreciate everybody welcoming me back to the coloring community. I have stepped away for some time. I certainly have enjoyed this page and every single product that I used. I think I may have used almost all of mine. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, share. See you again in the next one. Toodles, my noodles.